São Paulo's electronic pulse. Big clubs, warehouse spaces, and local flavor. São Paulo's nightlife never sleeps. In Brazil's largest city, people treat sleep as optional. And the city's clubs reflect that 7 days a week energy. World-class festivals and homegrown beats mix with international techno and house. Clubs stay open past dawn. Crowds pile in well after midnight. And partying often runs until Sunday. Airports buzz with DJs and dance fans. Everything from baila funk to Afro house to deep São Paulo techno is part of the soundtrack. This guide surveys São Paulo's top venues, both big rooms and punk lofts, leading clubs like Edge, ARCA, Audio, and more. We look at their lineups, sound systems, door policies, and how local flavor and festival events shape the scene. Big clubs and converted warehouses. Edge Barra Funda. Long-running and iconic, Edge is a 20-plus year veteran of SP's electronic scene. Housed in a converted warehouse, it has a blazing LED-lit dance floor, wraparound video screens, and a 650-meter square soundstage with high-end audio. Veja São Paulo notes its Function 1 PA is like the Ferrari of loudspeakers, and the club frequently hosts techno legends and house pioneers, from Ricardo Villalobos and Richie Houghton to Sven Vath. Programming is diverse. One night might be Mais Cabeça Techno, the next a more dancey house fete. The club runs late. Doors 11:30 p.m. to 6-7 a.m. Note cover is usually $80 to $150 and tends to sell out early. Tickets are best bought in advance, as even being on the list does not guarantee entry if capacity is reached. Audio Club Barra Funda. Just blocks from Edge, Audio is São Paulo's larger multi-room danceplex. Its flagship room booms with a massive sound system. IRL culture even calls it brutal in the best possible way. And a 5-story climbing wall turned DJ booth. Audio's lineups skew hard into Brazil's scene. Local heroes and rising stars keep people dancing at 7 a.m. after international openers wrap up. The club has its huge outdoor courtyard for summer nights and multiple floors. Doors open late, and the music often goes on until nearly noon. Expect covers around $60 to $120. Word to the wise, as one travel guide notes, go early to secure a spot in Audio's outdoor area if it's warm. That's where serious dancers often convene. ARCA, Vila Leopoldina. A newcomer on the scene, ARCA occupies a former industrial warehouse turned high-tech event space. Touted as the most differentiated event space in SP, with a focus on innovation, ARCA's superstructure is modular for huge shows and multimedia experiences. It even doubled as an art expo venue in 2022. While still building its club calendar, ARCA aims for capacity in the thousands for festival-style parties. The venue is praised for its spacious, versatile layout. Production-wise, promoters can install giant sound rigs and visual displays in an open loft. An audio engineer described it like a blank canvas for producers. Door rules are strict, no minors, and photo ID is always checked. Cais 11 Bom Retiro. Housed in a repurposed riverfront warehouse by the port of SP, Cais 11 channels South American beats alongside roomy disco vibes. After a venue remodel, it was embraced as SP's answer to Brooklyn or London dock spaces. Its booking mixes techno house with lots of Afro house, disco, and Brazilian funk, drawing a trendy 25 to 35 crowd. Entry runs about $60 to $100, and doors open later, advised to arrive before 2 a.m., or you might wait, especially on packed Saturdays. In a statement of dancing covering ethos, the club's lineup includes Afro-Latin-flavored sets, providing a very different vibe from straight-ahead EDM nights. Nos Trilhos Muca, a truly unique spot. Nos Trilhos is an open-air railway yard in São Paulo's Muca district made into a party space. Old locomotives and tracks sit around the big outdoor stage. It hosts cultural festivals, art shows, and themed electronic parties. Artists there spin everything from deep house to Brazilian bass. It's a favorite for crowds who want a festival vibe on city grounds. As one feature notes, it's exactly the kind of atypical spot where history meets nightlife. Others, dozens of smaller venues, old factories, rooftop patios, warehouse lofts, come alive each weekend. For example, the underground Boat Disco in Consolação is a 300-cap club specializing in Italo disco and Brazilian boogie. No phones on the dance floor. On the opposite spectrum, enormous festival grounds like the Sambodromo or Neoquímica Arena host events like Time Warp for 10,000 plus fans. Techno, house, and local flavor. São Paulo's lineups cover the full gamut of styles. Clubs like D-Edge routinely book world-famous techno acts, Ame, Ricardo Villalobos, and house greats alongside top Brazilian DJs, offering the full range of styles. The city's own roots show up too. Some parties fuse electronic beats with Brazilian ingredients. For example, the weekly Freak Chic night at D-Edge tends toward indie house and melodic techno, while other nights at the same club feature pure avant-garde techno. Notably, local talent often brings Afro-Latin rhythms on the floor. DJ Danilo Stellet is known for blending Afrobeat into techno and deep house sets, and DJ Christie regularly mixes Afro house with Brazilian percussion and melodies. In short, underground sets frequently include local Brazila dance flavors. By contrast, the commercial EDM side, big festivals and high-energy raves, is relatively separate. Once or twice a year, São Paulo hosts major dance festivals, like Time Warp Brazil, Saw Track Boa, etc., that bring big room techno and EDM headliners in stadiums. For example, Time Warp Brazil 2025 is set for May 2nd to 3rd at Vale do Anhangabaú, with international names like Joseph Capriati B2B Vintage Culture and Sven Väth. Such festivals draw tens of thousands. Time Warp alone reported over 72,000 attendees in 2022-23, with 32% traveling from outside São Paulo. And their schedules dominate the spring calendar. On those dates, big club bookings usually avoid clashes, so locals can attend both club gigs and festival days. Meanwhile, smaller clubs on weekend nights focus more on underground house techno shows, often with a Brazilian twist rather than pop EDM DJs. Sound production and residence. São Paulo's clubs are known for top-tier production. Many venues invest heavily in sound. For instance, Veja São Paulo magazine noted disco clubs spent 300,000 reais on a 25,000-watt Function 1 PA. And D-Edge itself features a state-of-the-art, custom-built Function 1 system. These rigs are so powerful that engineers brag they can run at full blast for hours without distortion. D-Edge's immersive sensory design was created by art director Muti Randolph, with LED everything: walls, floors, terraces, sync to music. Audio sound is similarly colossal. Locals say it punches far above its size, especially outdoors. Even smaller venues like Boate Disco pack an outsized sound for their footprints. Behind the decks, clubs rely on loyal residents and local promoters. D-Edge's founder Renato Retier personally curates much of its music policy and runs the associated D-Edge Records label to highlight homegrown producers. Audio has its own crew of house and techno DJs, often local stars, who run marathon sets into the morning. Weekly parties are often put together by trusted names in town, collectives like Freak Chic, Trilha, In the Park, etc. Many promoters double as label owners. For example, D-Edge incubates Brazilian electronic talent via its labels Olga and D-Edge Records. And collectives like Mamba Negra and Festa Rara tour between clubs and warehouse events, bringing international names and local talents together. Entry rules, prices, and timing. Getting into São Paulo's clubs is easy to do wrong. Arrive too early or underdressed, and you'll wait in line. Most venues have a strict dress code: smart casual, no sportswear or flip-flops, and security will ask for government photo ID. No one under 18 admitted. Even if you're on a guest list, clubs warn that a name on the door list does not guarantee entry if the place is full. The easy fix is to buy tickets online in advance. Cover charges vary widely. The biggest rooms like D-Edge are 80 RMs to 150 on big nights. Mid-size clubs and warehouse parties might charge 60 RMs to 100, and some intimate vinyl-only spots, like Boate Disco, are around 40 RMs to 60 RMs. Often there are cheaper early bird rates before midnight, so check the event pages. Because São Paulo never sleeps, timing is key. Nobody arrives before midnight, warns one nightlife guide. Indeed, doors often say 11 p.m., but don't really kick off until 2 to 3 a.m. As a rule, go late. You may get discounts for arriving at 1 a.m., whereas early arrivals sit in empty spaces. On the flip side, clubs run very late. Saturday parties routinely go until 8 a.m., and after-hours events can wind down around noon on Sunday. This affects transport. The metro shuts at midnight, so most people hail an Uber or motorcycle taxi after the train stop. Conclusion: for visitors and partygoers, São Paulo's scale can be thrilling and overwhelming. From the ground-shaking Function 1 rigs at D-Edge to the sunrise views at an audio after-party, each venue has its own vibe. Local flair is everywhere. Whether a samba beat dropped in a dark techno club or a warehouse party headlined by a Brazilian DJ. Even with gaps in official data, the scene's richness is clear. New club nights and collectives pop up all the time, and festivals like Time Warp keep the calendar packed. When planning a night out, remember the city's late hours. Bring ID and cash for cover, and embrace the mix of styles. São Paulo is a city where underground and mainstream meet, and the party doesn't stop until the sun rises. Sources: São Paulo club websites and music press, plus travel guides and festival announcements. All links to sources are available in the text version of this article. You can find the full article at djkesk.com/blog. Thanks for listening. For more deep nightlife guides, club scene research, and city-by-city party insights, visit djkesk.com, spelled djkesk.com. And for club, techno, trance, dance, and electronic mixes, search DJ Kesk on Spotify.